Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 11 of 360 Anything Goes. This week we have episode 13, and it's just kind of too bad that it didn't work out this week. Episode 13 couldn't. The Halloween episode of Anything Goes, but of course that was last Thursday, or maybe even a few weeks or so ago for Friday the 13th, but that didn't work out either. I'm Lance Brock, back here once again. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and I didn't expect to do another one of these episodes again for a while, but I couldn't decide on just one thing to talk about this week. So I'm doing another Anything Goes episode of Anything Goes, where I just talk about anything that I want to talk about that's on my mind. So I hope everyone had a great Halloween this week, which was on Tuesday, and hope you all had fun if you watched scary movies or if you took your kids out trick-or-treating, ate lots of candy, watching WWE, NXT, Halloween Havoc, which is what you should have done. But even if you didn't for some reason, I hope you still had some fun anyway. And unfortunately, today, the day that I am recording, some sad news broke once again, and that was that General Hospital star Tyler Christopher, who was famous for playing the character Nicholas Cassadine and Stephen O'Demira on Days of Our Lives, has passed away at only 50 years old. Very sad news there. If you're a regular listener of 360 Anything Goes, a little while back I did the episode where I talked about soaps, so you know I am a soap fan actually. And even though I haven't been watching it quite as much lately, I am a fan of General Hospital. And I don't know if I would really say that Nicholas Cassadine was really one of my favorite characters, but sometimes, yes, I did think he was a pretty good character on the show, though, even though he wasn't really one of my favorites. And definitely sad news. And as I mentioned, Days of Our Lives, he played Stephen O'Demira's long-lost son, Stephen O'Demira, also the son of Vivian Alamain, and was married to Gabby at one time, and then also in love with Abigail Devereaux. So, sad news there. Also, Matthew Perry from Friends, and I don't remember what character he played on the show because I never watched Friends, never really liked it. I know that probably is an opinion or an unpopular opinion there, someone not liking the show Friends, but unfortunately passed away. And also today, the legendary college basketball coach of the Indiana Hoosiers, Bobby Knight, also passed away today. And seems like definitely this year, 2023, there has been a lot of celebrities in not just pro wrestling, which of course I talk about the most on 360 Wrestling Podcast, but just TV, movies. There has been a lot of celebrities passing away. Very sad news. And some streaming news. I decided just for the thing of it, maybe for 1 month, I'm not sure yet, but try Paramount Plus once again. I just got the $5.99 plan with ads, mainly since today is November 1st, and then November 22nd, being released on Paramount Plus is Good Burger 2. I remember when I was a kid, I was actually a fan of all that on Nickelodeon as a part of Snick on Saturday nights, where it was pretty much, it was Nickelodeon, but it was more aimed for more kind of teenagers. And Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell would go on to have their own show on Nickelodeon, Kenan and Kel. And I remember Coolio singing the theme song for that, who has also passed away now. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to watching this Good Burger 2 when it debuts on Paramount Plus. And not too long ago, here on Anything Goes, when I did the episode about Chucky the series, Kenan Thompson guest starred on an episode this season as a cab driver and was killed by Chucky when Chucky shoved an umbrella in his mouth and opened it, of course, killing him. Which leads me to another series I'm a big fan of, is Chucky. And after 4 episodes so far, we've already seen the mid-season finale, which is mainly because of the writer's strike that took place. But Chucky is supposed to return in 2024 sometime, just not sure when just yet. And the mid-season finale that was on last week, I thought was very good. Of course, we had a maid who pretended to be Mary Poppins. We saw Chucky dressed up as a Phantom of the Opera, because that was the last costume worn by the president's son, Joseph, and the big White House Halloween party, and people were killed by a chandelier, and Chucky even having a dream where that was a different episode, I think, where he killed Andy, just stabbing him in the face. And Lexi getting closer to the president's son. So, of course, Jake and Devin could get Chucky. They did not. But one thing that is happening to Chucky this season is that he is getting older and dying due to the exorcism that he was a part of last season. He is aging, his hair is falling out. He went to see the doctor, and the doctor told him that he is dying unless he gets into a new vessel, which is how he ended up at the White House. So, and we have Jennifer Tilly, or it could be Tiffany, the bride of Chucky, in Jennifer Tilly's body, which is most likely the sentence to death. And then in the trailer for next season, we see Tiffany tell Chucky if he's gonna die, might as well go out in a bang. So that looks pretty good. Coming up next season, of course, Chucky is on USA and Sci-Fi, and you can stream it on Peacock as well. And back to Paramount Plus real quick. While I have it now, today I did watch the new South Park special that is available, and also Beavis and Butthead, the 2 Sonic movies, the real life ones with Jim Carrey that have come out the last few years. Also the Sonic cartoons, including the Sonic Christmas special, are available on Paramount Plus, so that's good. And most of the Nickelodeon stuff, the stuff I watched, all that, Kenan and Kel, I think might be on there. And I think maybe Doug, I know Rugrats is. They even came out with that new Rugrats a year or so ago. I haven't seen it, so I did check out Paramount Plus once for a month. I let my nephew Bruiser Brody, if you're familiar with 360 Wrestling Podcast, you know Bruiser Brody. I got it main reason so he could watch the Paw Patrol movie when it came out. And I have to admit, that was a movie that really, like I said, I just got it for him to watch. But I actually ended up enjoying it myself. It's not really just a kid's movie. I think if you're an adult, I think you will actually enjoy the movie too. Chase, Rocky, Zuma, Rubble, Sky, and a new pup in this one, Liberty, I believe her name was, along with Ryder, as they save the day. It's actually a pretty good movie. They also have the Paw Patrol Live special on there, and the spin-off with Rubble and Crew. All of that available on Paramount Plus. And this week with Halloween, I of course have a subscription to Max because of my Cricket Wireless plan. This week I watched two Halloween episodes, I should say, of Family Matters, featuring Steve Urkel's puppet Stevel. And then in the second one, he had the puppet that looked just like Carl Winslow. Its name was Carlsbad. Also watched an episode of Step by Step, where JT and his girlfriend Sam broke up at the Halloween party. And I talked a little bit about Step by Step on the last episode of Anything Goes, because of the unfortunate passing of Suzanne Summers, which of course Three's Company, I'm sure you can find on, I want to say Pluto, I believe. I know it's on one of those free streaming sites, or apps, whatever you want to call them, but I believe that it is Pluto, which Pluto TV, definitely a big fan of. And also the channel Catchy Comedy last weekend, or the week before I should say, had a weekend marathon of the Three Stooges, which I definitely have talked about here on Anything Goes, about how much I love the Stooges. And to take a quick break from the streaming talk, Dunkin', formerly Dunkin' Donuts, this weekend apparently has free donuts every Wednesday the rest of the year. That's a good deal there. So go get a free one every Wednesday apparently, the rest of 2023. Plus they have a new holiday menu as well. But there is a little catch here. With every freebie, you do have to purchase a drink. This is just any drink, so I'm guessing it could be any size. And also, they got new classic chocolate, vanilla, strawberry frosted donuts. Well, that's not new, but they do have a new cookie butter cold brew and let's see, I think that's the only new thing here I can see anyway. Also, here's something new. Looks like some new cheddar, queso, jalapeno, bacon tater tots or something. That sounds pretty good. So that is all for this week's episode of 360 Anything Goes, episode 13. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. Next week, hope to have an episode talking probably about one topic instead of another Anything Goes episode, but I'll be back. Remember, stay tuned for more episodes of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. This weekend, Saturday, we have the WWE Crown Jewel Premium Live event happening live in Saudi Arabia, and also AEW Saturday Collision taking place that night as well. And I do hope to have a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, a special live episode sometime Saturday night maybe, but not promising anything because, sometimes, hopefully I won't be done with the two shows too late, so hopefully I'll be able to go live sometime on Saturday night. So stay tuned for that. And also this Friday, we have Impact Wrestling Turning Point coming up on Impact Plus, which it's been discussed many times here on 360 Wrestling Podcast. Starting January 13th, 2024, Impact Wrestling is going away, and TNA Total Nonstop Action is returning. And I will talk about that much more on 360 Wrestling Fanatic, so stay tuned. And until next week's episode of 360 Anything Goes, see you later, alligator.